Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Quiet Corner Sleep Tales. Tonight, close your eyes and imagine a secret, winding lane, a lane that appears only when the moon is bright. We're about to meet a girl named Lila and her fluffy cat, Whiskers, who stumble upon the most marvelous place in the world, the Enchanted Whiskers Café, where every cat has a special power and every sip of tea holds a little bit of magic. Get ready to begin your own moonlit adventure.
Once upon a time, in a cozy little town painted with the vibrant hues of sunset and dappled sunlight, there lived a curious girl named Lila. Lila had hair the color of rich autumn leaves and eyes that sparkled with countless untold stories. Her very best friend in the whole world was a fluffy grey cat named Whiskers, who had a special white patch on his chest, perfectly shaped like a heart. One beautiful afternoon, as Lila and Whiskers were exploring the winding streets and hidden alleyways of their town, they stumbled upon a narrow lane they had never ever seen before. It was as if it had magically appeared out of nowhere, just waiting for them. The lane was lined with old, whispering trees whose leaves seemed to murmur secrets to the wind. And right at the very end, there stood a quaint cafe that looked like it had been plucked straight out of a fairy tale. The charming sign above the door, written in elegant looping script, read the Enchanted Whiskers Café. Lila's curiosity was immediately piqued. Her heart fluttered with excitement. Holding Whiskers securely in her arms, she walked down the mysterious lane and gently pushed the cafe door open. A tiny bell above the door tinkled a sweet, welcoming melody, announcing their arrival. What met their eyes was a sight so utterly magical that Lila had to rub her eyes to make sure she wasn't tear-dreaming. The cafe was filled with cats of all sizes, shapes, and colors. They were lounging gracefully on plush velvet cushions, playfully batting at shimmering floating toys, and some incredibly were even floating gently in the air, drifting like fluffy clouds. A plump ginger cat, wearing a tiny sparkly bow tie, waddled up to them with a confident air. "Welcome to the Enchanted Whiskers Café," he meowed in a surprisingly clear and friendly voice. "I am Sir Perlot, the guardian of this realm. And who, may I ask, might you be?" Lila, still in awe, introduced herself and Whiskers. Sir Perlot's eyes gleamed with pure delight. New members for our fantastical tea parties and moonlit picnics. Wonderful," he exclaimed, his voice full of warmth and cheer. Lila soon learned that the Enchanted Whiskers Café was no ordinary cafe at all. It was a secret, magical place where cats with special powers gathered to share their enchantments and incredible adventures. Each cat possessed a unique, wondrous power. Some could conjure up the most delicious treats from thin air. Others could change the color of their fur to match their mood, and some, like Sir Perlot, could even speak with humans. Sir Perlot graciously led Lila and Whiskers to a beautifully set table where a grand tea party was just about to begin. The table was adorned with fine china that sparkled and shone under the soft glow of twinkling fairy lights strung all around the room. Lila was given a seat of honor at the head of the table, and Whiskers was placed comfortably next to a truly extraordinary cat that had tiny shimmering stars embedded in its dark fur. As the tea party commenced, a beautiful, sleek silver cat with eyes like the full moon poured tea from a teapot that never seemed to empty. With each warm, fragrant sip, Lila felt a gentle warmth spread through her entire body, and she began to see the magic that surrounded her in vibrant, swirling colors she had never seen before. The cats shared stories of their amazing adventures in distant, mythical lands, of moonlit dances in enchanted forests, and of the powerful spells they had learned from wise old owls and ancient knowing trees. Lila listened, wide-eyed and completely captivated, as her imagination soared with each new, fantastical tale. When the tea party finally concluded, Sir Perlot clapped his paws together and announced that it was time for the moonlit picnic. Lila and Whiskers eagerly followed the procession of magical cats out of the cozy cafe and into a clearing deep in the woods, where the bright moonlight bathed everything in a soft, ethereal silver glow. Plush blankets were spread out on the soft, cool grass, and as if by magic, baskets filled with the most amazing treats appeared. There were cupcakes that tasted of pure sunshine, cookies that sparkled with edible stardust, and a wobbly jelly that shifted flavors with each and every bite. Lila and Whiskers indulged in the spectacular feast, feeling the pure magic of the place fill them with an indescribable joy and wonder. As the night deepened and the stars twinkled above, Lila made a startling discovery. Whiskers had a magical power of his very own. With a playful flick of his tail, he conjured a small twinkling light that danced and hovered right in the palm of Lila's hand. The other cats clapped their paws and meowed in delight, warmly welcoming Whiskers as one of their own magical kind. The rest of the night was spent under the spell of happy laughter, more magical treats, and the soft, beautiful strumming of a lute played by a cat with whiskers so long, Lila had never seen anything like it. As the first hints of dawn approached, painting the eastern sky in soft shades of pink and orange, Sir Perlot gathered everyone together. He spoke words of wisdom about the powerful bond between magic and friendship, and how each was made stronger by the other. As the first golden rays of dawn touched the rooftops of the town, Lila and Whiskers said their goodbyes, promising to return to the Enchanted Whiskers Café very soon. The magical cats each gave Lila a small token of their magic to remember them by, a feather that glowed with a soft, inner light, a pebble that shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and a single leaf that sparkled with enchanted, everlasting dew. Lila and Whiskers made their way back through the winding streets, their hearts full to bursting with the night's incredible enchantments. As they reached home, the sun warmed their faces, and Lila knew with absolute certainty that their adventure was just the beginning. From that day on, Lila and Whiskers became regular visitors to the Enchanted Whiskers Café. They joined the cat on many more fantastical tea parties, and moonlit picnics, with each adventure proving to be even more magical than the last. And in their cozy little town, whispered stories of their enchantments spread, gently reminding everyone that magic can be found in the most unexpected places, if only one knows where to look and believes in its power. And so, under the watchful eyes of the stars and the gentle guidance of the moon, Lila and Whiskers lived happily ever after, their lives forever intertwined with the wonderful, endless magic of the Enchanted Whiskers Café. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales. See you next time.